Let's turn to Wisconsin now, which will be the focus of the 2024 campaign next week when Milwaukee hosts the Republican National Convention. A source tells NBC News that Florida Governor Ron DeSantis will be a speaker at the convention after a, quote, change in the schedule. It's not clear which night of the convention the former Trump rival will be speaking. And while Republicans are preparing for the convention, both parties are preparing for a major change in the state's election law. Last week, Wisconsin's Supreme Court overturned its 2022 ruling that barred most ballot drop boxes. That decision could be a game changer in a key battleground state that Joe Biden won by about 20,000 votes in 2020 and which Donald Trump won by a similar margin 4 years earlier. NBC News correspondent Shaq Brewster joins me now from Milwaukee. So, Shaq, talk to us about how many Wisconsinites used drop boxes, these ballot drop boxes in 2020, and how many are likely to use them this year.
Well, Aaron, I'll tell you, I've had conversations with the clerk here in Milwaukee, also in Madison, and they're not able to give a specific number of how many people use the drop boxes, but they know that it's substantial. And they say that if you look back at 2020, you saw the overwhelming majority of people who chose to vote by mail decided to return that mail-in ballot using a drop box. So that is why it was such a big deal when, after the 2020 election, you had the state Supreme Court. It was then a conservative-led Supreme Court. They overturned or put a ban on the use of drop boxes, and that's why you have groups now celebrating that the new liberal majority on the Supreme Court here in Wisconsin now say that drop boxes are allowed, because they know that there will be a lot of people who now have a tool, one of the many options here in Wisconsin, but who will now have an additional tool to cast their ballot.
And what are officials there doing to make sure that these boxes are secure?
Officials are saying these are the most secure way. This is the most secure way to return that absentee ballot. They say it's more secure than a mailbox, and that's because in order to open it, it takes not one but two election officials to go through. They tabulate how many ballots come out of it. They have a seal on it to track each time that someone has access to it. So officials are saying that this is a safe tool, and it's an important tool for folks here in Wisconsin. And one shift that you're seeing is when you talk to party officials. I had a conversation with the head of the Wisconsin Republican Party, a group that has fought against the use of drop boxes in the past. He now says that while they may have monitors, they may have volunteers to go out and monitor some of these drop box locations in front of libraries and in front of fire departments, they say that they can see themselves or a situation in which they're encouraging Republican voters to hand in their ballots by using that drop box. So you're seeing a shift. You're seeing here in Wisconsin celebration, but you're also seeing a shift in perspectives as the Supreme Court ruling now takes effect.
All right, Shaq Brewster for us in Wisconsin today. Of course, we'll be watching to see how the election goes there as well as everywhere else. Shaq Brewster, thank you, Shaq.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.